right? But you do talk about how tough it's been. Okay, you've talked about the politics, the bullying, the trolling when your daughter was born, all sorts of comments are passed. How do you actually disconnect from that?
I came to terms with the byproduct of fame very early in my career. When I first joined the industry, I quickly realized that women specifically, but generally actors or talent in the industry, they are more written about, and this is a you thing, I mean, not you, but like a media thing. People like to write about everything else but their achievements. Media likes to write about how they fell on a stage, how they tripped up on a word, or anything to, and especially with women, at that time, we were mostly known by who's her boyfriend, who is she seeing, and like, so you had no identity. And that happened to me right at the beginning of my career. So I took a very decisive decision to keep my private life very private. I was ferociously private about it. I've never ever spoken about it. And it's something that I maintain even now because I'm a public figure, which means most of my life is for consumption. You know, you can talk about me, I can't stop you. You can break bread with your grandparents and say, "Acha, usne to ye pehna tha, ya usne to ye kiya tha, uska to ye hua tha." Main to nahi rok sakti. I can't come into your houses and do that. So I have to make peace with the fact that that's going to happen. And I did that very early. And I started protecting myself by creating a really tight circle of people that I trust. My team, my family, my friends. And that's like, I can count 20 people in my life that have been consistent for years. And I recommend that to all young people. You know, we live in the world of social media, which is kind of like being famous anyway. You know, it's kind of the same thing. You are always looking for validation on the internet. We're all looking at comments. We're all looking at what did someone say about my picture. We're, fixing it. We're trying to find the best angle. And on social media, including me, we all put out the best versions of ourselves, right? I don't have that luxury as a public person. You can, literally lip read and, say that I said something and that'll become an article. And I have not said that at all. So I made peace with that very long time ago. When I wrap work, whatever time that is at night, nowadays it's usually 7 o'clock, where, not today obviously, but it's usually 7 o'clock where I'm done with my day and I need to sit with my family and my friends and have time for myself to enrich my soul. I didn't do that in my 20s and I burnt myself on both sides. I went through a really, really dark phase where I was working too much. I didn't know how to emotionally feel. I was